I came across this question paper, so I thought that since it's now examination session, I could treat few questions from this question paper. So I chose question number 4. It's for mathematics grade 9. It was test 3. It was written in Sekhukhune South. It's for the previous year, which is 2023. Okay, so now the question says the diagram below is a rhombus. We all know what a rhombus is, right? So a rhombus is a I could explain it more like you have your square, but then it is squashed this time around, hence we call it a rhombus. So the diagram below is a rhombus. ABCD, they just mean this, ABCD, with a diagonal of BD. Diagonal, remember diagonal is this line. This is your diagonal line, BD. Now they're saying that AB is extended to E. So AB, it is extended to E. Okay, and then angle A is how many degrees? It's 70 degrees. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let's start with the questions. So this question was weighing like 10 marks. The first question, they're saying that calculate with reasons the size of angle ADB. The size of angle ADB. So they're looking for the size of this triangle. Okay, so let's move here so that we can write down. I just wrote this down so that we can have somewhere to write down. So calculate with reasons the size of angle ADB. So we are focusing on this triangle now. Remember, in a rhombus, where these lines bisect each other, the diagonal lines, they bisect each other at the right angles. And remember, what do you know about right angles? Right angles are equals to 90 degrees. Now, since this diagonal line bisect on ADB, we know that angle ADB is equals to 90 degrees. So to answer this question, you are just going to say, you're simply going to say, since the diagonal BD, remember they did say that diagonal is running BD, bisect angle, bisect angle ADB, and angle ADB is half of angle A. Now we know that because they bisect each other at 90 degrees, ADB is equals to 90 degrees. You know, so this is what you're going to say. Remember, it's 3 marks, so you need to elaborate as much as you can. So you can say that this angle is equals to 90 degrees, and then you can also add that the reason might be that you can say your reason is diagonals in a rhombus, in a rhombus bisect each other at the right angles. So they bisect each other at the right, angles. Then you put your bracket. So just like that, don't worry about the part where they say that calculate. No, you only focus on where on where they say with the reasons. So with this chapter, you can like find your answers without even using your calculator. You just have to know the rules. Okay, so let's move on to question number 4.1.2. It says calculate with the reasons the size of angle ADC. So now ADC is a different story. It's ADC, meaning that, remember, if you can do this again, it's a triangle also. So now they're looking for the size of this portion of the triangle. So I also written these questions down here. Calculate with reasons the size of angle ADC. Okay, so let's see how are we going to do that. ADC, the reason it's more similar to the previous one, because you will say that diagonal BD divides the rhombus into two congruent triangles. So meaning that you're saying that it is that diagonal line is dividing the rhombus into two congruent triangle. So your reason, you can say in triangle ADC, diagonal bisect angle ADC. Can say that we know that angle, this means that angle ADC is equals to 90 degrees. Okay, so your reason will be that diagonal of a rhombus bisect each other at the right angles, and the triangle ADC is congruent to triangle AD. So your reason here, you can say that diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at the right angles. So you can say diagonals of each bisect each other at the right angles. I think you also said it here. Then you showed that ADC is equals to 90 degrees. But it's important to say that triangle ADB is congruent. Congruent, which just means that it has the same size and shape, okay, to triangle ADC. Let's go back to our drawing so that you can see what I'm speaking about. So we're saying that triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ADC. By congruent, we just meaning that it has the same shape and same size. Now let's move on to number 4.1.3. Calculate with the reasons the size of DBE. Calculate with the reasons the size of DBE. Okay. Now DBE, remember the E, it's extended. Okay, this E is extended. I get. So now if you have a shape like this with an extended angle, you have to apply the exterior angle theorem. What does the exterior angle theorem state? It states that the exterior angle is equals to the sum of the opposite interior angle of a triangle. Okay, so if you didn't get it, I think you can just check from your textbook, or you can use Google to check what does the exterior angle mean. Okay, so now we're going to say that we know that A is 70 degrees and triangle ABD is 90 degrees. So your answer here, you can say that angle DBE is equals to angle A, which is equals to 70 degrees. Your reason will be exterior angle theorem. Exterior angle theorem. Now, the last one, they say that give the reason why triangle ABD is equals to angle BDC. Again, so now they need the reason. Your reason can be for the diagonals of a rhombus bisect opposite angles equally. So diagonals, I'm not writing well, this paper is moving. Okay, can I just spell it out? So diagonals of a rhombus bisect opposite angle equally. That's your reason, you get your 2 marks. Then the whole question is 10 marks. Just like that, you're done. You didn't even have to use a calculator. Please do check out my YouTube channel at Chicha Imelda 16. Thank you very much for watching this video. Until see you on my next one. Bye.